Welcome to the Beyond Sober podcast, where transformation begins and recovery is redefined. Featuring your host, Kohdi Rayne, your favorite ex-alcoholic, liver failure survivor, and dedicated recovery coach. Here, we don't just focus on sobriety, we focus on true recovery, helping you to rediscover yourself beyond the clutches of toxicity. Join our community, embrace the change, and let's redefine your life together. This is Life Beyond Sobriety.
Ding dong, bing bong, TikTok, what is going down, dude? Welcome to another episode of Beyond Sober, recorded here live right on TikTok, dude. I'm so stoked to see you over here in Michigan, dude. It is like, it's not rainy, but it is like super duper dark and green, and it's just gorgeous, man. Like I woke up and I was like, dang, man, there's like fog everywhere. Like I can't even see through the trees, dude. It's like super duper kind of eerie, and I absolutely love it. And that's kind of my vibe, dude. Like I like the darkness, man. I was raised in the darkness. Not really, kind of. You know what I'm saying? The sun doesn't like me is another way of saying it. But I just want to say what's up to everybody, man. It is, what is it, Tuesday? It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. What are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you have your electrolytes, right? Are they your electro heavies? Are you drinking your water, man? Are you waking up like super excited? Are you getting, enough sleep, dude? How are your thoughts these days? Are you still thinking the same old things? Are you practicing the same old stuff? You getting the same old results? Or are we doing something new, man? There's so many people who are putting the drink down and they're deciding, you know what, let me just take a break from it. One of the questions that I've been answering recently, because I've been working with so many people, just so you know, I just opened up my coaching calendar. I have way more affordable options for people. So if you're even remotely interested in that, I'm encouraging everybody to hit beyondsober.org. Hit coaching, dude. Take a look at what I've created for everybody. There's so many people that need this support, man, but are struggling. So I've created 3 different tiers for people. We don't have an option. We don't have a reason not to get the support we need, especially if working with a specialist is a good idea. But people are going, hey, dude, how long is it going to take for my body to recover? Because there's a lot of cats. I've been working with a veteran recently. And he's like, this is how much I've been drinking. I've been drinking a stupid amount of alcohol. I've been doing it for a really long time. I've been blacking out. I've been falling asleep at 7 at night and waking up at like 4 in the morning. Not remembering what I said to my partner, not having any idea what I did for the last like 4 or 5 hours, man. So if I just stop right now, how long is it going to take before my body fully recovers? And so some of the videos I've been releasing lately is, I really want us to remember this. If we've been living below zero, if we've been operating in hell, right? We've been drinking poison, we've been eating crappy food, we've been hanging around crappy people, we haven't really been focusing on optimizing our life, and our day-to-day just kind of sucks. And part of that, if not a majority of that, has to do with the amount of alcohol that was in or is in our body. Then when we just stop drinking, our body goes, thank goodness we could actually start healing and getting better. So if you've been living in, you're not feeling so good and you stop drinking alcohol and you start to feel a little bit better, and then your sleep starts to get a little bit better, and then your thoughts start to get a little bit better, and then your diet starts to come back, and then you're not as lethargic, and then you're actually semi-decent, and then you're actually somewhat excited, and then you get to 0. Dude, when your body recovers back to 0, you feel like you're in an alternate universe. You feel so good, dude. And this is specifically because you've been living below 0 for so long. But this is where things get dicey. So maybe it takes 4 weeks, right? Maybe a month of not consuming and actually, going outside a little bit more, drinking more of your water, getting those electrolytes in, resting, setting a bedtime, all that stuff. But it feels so good because you've been so low. Now, this is where things get a little bit dicey. It feels so good enough to drink. This is the issue. And something that I want to make very, very abundantly clear, good morning, Daniel, is that when we feel so good enough to drink, we are nowhere near the top. What that means is We are not optimized. We just don't feel as bad as we did. And in contrast to how crappy things have felt for so long, we're going, you know what, dude? You know what I could use right now? I could use a drink. I've done so good. I have optimized this and that. I'm getting better sleep. My friends like me and I like me. And my relationships are somewhat improving, all because I've been staying away from alcohol. I could have just one. Now, this is the illusion. This is called the pink cloud, okay? The pink cloud is this very interesting space. Some people, depending on what program you're in, are gonna really try and make you be afraid of your success. Dude, if you've reached the pink cloud where you feel so good enough to drink, dude, you have done an immense amount of work and you deserve a full-on round of applause and a party and a cake, dude. And we should be like cheering you on and throwing you on our shoulders because, dude, there's so many people that won't even consider not drinking alcohol at all. So if you are at a point in your health journey where you're going, I put the drink down, I'm doing so much better, maybe I could have just one. Two things, just remember, that is the moment where most people choose to celebrate their success with a gasoline. What do you think happens when we celebrate our body and our successes with a literal neurotoxin, a drug? We trigger everything we just escaped. We usually go right back down the rabbit hole, and this is what we call a lapse or a relapse, okay? Most people don't relapse, and that's because most people don't have an addiction to alcohol, but almost every single person that decides to drink less alcohol or none at all lapses on their journey. And that's an important distinction, but more importantly, it's encouraged because we have to figure out what doesn't work, dude. We have to know who we are right before we decide that consuming a literal gasoline is more beneficial than just feeling the success, than just feeling the pain, than just feeling the emotion, whatever it is. Who we are right before we take that first sip is what recovery is. That's us determining it's because I'm alone I want to drink. It's because I feel lonely. Very different. So we now know, because of our time away from alcohol, that the feeling that you have right before you take that first sip isn't because you're bored, isn't because you have nothing to do. It's because no one's around and you feel lonely. Okay. Now we know what needs our attention. Now we know that in our recovery journey, the next time, we need to spend more time feeling more solid. 11 years sober, that's absolutely phenomenal. We need to put our energy into enjoying our own company, being our own best friend, really spending time with us and being okay with it. Just because we're by ourselves doesn't mean we're obligated to feel lonely. So these are just some of the basic areas that we want to give our attention to. So our next stint, when we decide to put the drink down or step into an advanced state of recovery, is a little bit easier because we know what we're looking for. But once again, here's the trip, and I really want to bring this to your attention. Saved by the blood of Jesus, what's up? Is if we've been living so low, remember, dude, we don't drink alcohol because we don't care, okay? We do that because we don't want to care. I don't want to care about how bad this is. I don't want to care about what it looks like. I don't want to care about the future like this. I don't want to give a shit about what they said. I don't want to give a shit about what I've been thinking. I don't want to care about the bills. I don't want the anxiety. Damn it, dude. Towns have just flooded, man. They're wiped off the map. I don't want to think about this. I'll just drink. So remember this. When we're overwhelmed and in this gravitational state of anxiety, meaning we're kind of being pulled towards these different things, we're not doing as well as we'd prefer. Maybe we're actually sick. Maybe our home environment isn't as positive as we'd like it. Maybe our trajectory, whether it's work or our family or ourselves or whatever, our business, if we're building it, maybe it doesn't look as beautiful or abundant as we'd like. So we're drinking. This is called living at low vibration. When we're living very low, listen to what I'm saying. This is why we do what we do, okay? When we're very, very low, living on, we'll just say this, on a scale of 1 to 10, if your happiness and your health is at a 2, and you have a sip of alcohol, You have a drink, you have a glass of wine, a beer, a shot, whatever it is. Doesn't it make sense that when you're living extremely low, that it feels like your health and happiness is actually improving 2, 3, 4, 5 times what it is? So you may be living at a 2, but with one drink, it feels like you're at a 5, 6. This makes sense. And it's not because alcohol makes us feel good. It's because alcohol is a neurotoxin and a numbing agent. So it's helping us ignore what's getting our attention and taking us away from what feels bad. That's another way of saying it's helping us pretend that everything's fine. The crazy part is when you stop drinking, everything's not fine. And you're like, oh, I go right back to the exact circumstance that makes me want to drink. So this is what's really interesting. This is how we kind of accidentally ingrain celebration with alcohol, with escapism with alcohol. When you feel bad and you have a drink and you're not thinking about all those things that are getting your attention, that are making you feel bad, you've just raised the bar. You went from a 2 to a 6 on the happiness scale. Damn, dude, I feel good. That same exact concept applies when you're feeling good. If I'm naturally at a 6 or a 7 or an 8 and everything's going well, what's stopping me from considering the absolute fact that potentially maybe alcohol could take this 6 to a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? So we kind of, over time, condition ourselves to go, if I'm at a 10, then I could only imagine what alcohol would do. If I'm at a 10 now, if today's the best day of my life, if I'm feeling so good right now, normally, a drink would just take it over the top. I'm at a 9. I'm sure one drink that would normally bring a 2 to a 6 would bring my 9 to a 13, right? Right? This is how we get kind of entrapped in this false perspective. It's not true. Because here's the trip, and this is the trippy trip of all trips. If you were actually neurologically, chemically at a 9 or a 10 on your health and happiness scale, you would never consider poisoning that happiness with a literal gasoline. You just wouldn't. Because the reality with people who are practicing health and happiness, who live on the, we're going to say the 6 to 10 range, know for an absolute fact that alcohol could not, would not, is not designed to add more value to an already heightened state. It could only subtract from it. Only. So when we're actually moving through our recovery journey, the goal isn't to see how long we can stop drinking. It's to see how healthy and happy we can get. And it's difficult. What's up? Jibbity, what's up, baby boy? So good to see you, man. Jib knows this too. The cure to all alcoholic behavior is happiness, man. You don't want to look like this. This is how most of us look. We're sitting here, we're just kicking it with a glass. We're just miserable, dude. We're just run down. We're like, God damn, man. If I was just a little bit happier, I would drink just a little bit less. If I could just turn this frown upside down, I would celebrate with something different. I'd celebrate with actual electrolytes. I'd celebrate with nice words. I'd celebrate with a friend. I'd celebrate with good food. I would go out. I'd go to a movie. I'd do all these things. I wouldn't actually poison myself with whiskey because I'm having a good day, because I'm feeling better. I just wouldn't do that. So we want to look at this and go, okay, is all I'm doing taking a break? Am I just taking a break and changing nothing else? If that's the circumstance, then what we're doing is waiting. Waiting for what? What are we waiting for? You think something magical is going to happen? You think that you're just going to wake up and everything's going to be okay and you're not going to want alcohol anymore? You think you're going to go the rest of your life and never think about your favorite cocktail? You think that just in time, just waiting, taking a break from the poison, the thing that you've been using to process your emotions and physical pains, the psychological turmoils that you've been dealing with, your spiritual health, your financial health, your environmental health, that thing that you've spent all that time with, you're just going to wake up one day and just not care? That's not how sobriety works. Recovery takes energy. Sobriety is just, I'm in between drinks. I haven't decided permanently, I haven't concluded wholeheartedly at 100% that I'm never going to drink again. I am sober. When you put your energy into health and happiness, moving forward, changing your environment, changing the way you think, shifting your perspectives, and actually changing your life on purpose with direction, then what happens is you recover. Remember, recovery isn't just fixing the problems that were created by alcohol. Recovery isn't just like, oh, I don't feel so bad anymore, all my problems are gone. No. Real true recovery is literally this. I'll even simplify it much easier. True, real recovery doesn't have anything to do with fixing the problems and healing from them. Those are the repercussions of caring about yourself. If you care about yourself long enough, all of those things that you're struggling with will fix themselves, or you will give time to fixing them. Here's what real recovery is. Real recovery is the wholehearted determination that you're done. You're done. You don't need alcohol. It can't add value. It can only subtract. You don't desire it. You don't want it. You don't reminisce on it. And it doesn't matter how you get to that determination. It doesn't. This is why so many people go like, I'm a recovering alcoholic. What are you recovering from? You fixed your finances. You fixed all your relationships. You're going to this program every single day. You've got your house back. Your kids are back. You're still an alcoholic. You don't even drink. What are you recovering from? You're gonna be a recovering alcoholic. You're gonna be a recovering consumer your whole life. What are you recovering from? At what part are you never going to determine that alcohol is never going to be a part of your life again? Do you still live in fear that you may or may not have a drink? That makes sense if you're recovering. Recovering means you're still discovering what needs your attention. But I don't care what it takes. You could go to the gym and go like, yep, never drinking alcohol again. 20 push-ups in, I'm just over it. Yeah, I'm just done. Cool, you've recovered. You've recovered and determined that alcohol or that substance or that person or that environment will not serve you. Recovery is literally just going deeper, just finding the reason, coming to the absolute determination in whichever way it means. If you got to knit a sweater, you go, I'm going to knit a sweater and watch Criminal Minds all day long until I figure out, or until I determine that I never want to consume again. That's what recovery is. Recovery is holistic. It's not you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to, it doesn't matter, dude. Everybody's brain is different. Everyone's circumstances is completely different. But this is why Beyond Sober is the way it is. It's because it's not programmed. It is there to help you unlock ideas and perspectives, truths, step into your own perceived reality, shift your perspectives so you can design a path that is holistic, that is natural, that is organic, that is yours and yours alone. You can't do it my way, dude. You can only do it your way with my tools, with my perspectives. You can take these perspectives and apply them to your own journey and do it in your own way. That's how that works. That's holistic. That's recovery. But there is a blatant misconception. You could go to AA is free and you're going to get free results. You got to remember this, dude. Anything that is free, you very rarely value. You want the shirt? You can have the shirt. Oh, you already have one? It's free. You don't need it. You have plenty of shirts. You have plenty of time. I can give you my time. It's free. You don't value it. You didn't invest in it. What'd you do? You spent an hour kicking it in a room, listening to other people that don't even value their own time? What are you talking about? You could go to AA. You could go to rehab. You could do all these things. But that doesn't mean you're valuing the experience. If you go into a room and you're desperate, you're going to get desperate results. You jump into the program and you're excited. You are operating from a state of gratitude, peace, curiosity, interest. You're going to spend time getting the value out of it. I'm telling you this, man. If I met, this is how it would work. You want to work, we'll just say this. I'm at a store, I'm at a coffee shop, and I see you, and you start talking to me, you're going to get free advice. You hand me $1, I'm going to give you $1's worth of value, something I wouldn't give you for free. But the value that I'm giving you is worth way more than that $1 than you just invested. You get what you pay for. You get what you invest in. So if you invest in pain, guess what you get? A lot of it. You invest in health, guess what you get? A lot of it. You invest in the problem, guess what you get? A ton of them. You invest in the solution, guess what you get? And an abundant amount of it. Free only goes so far. And most things are free, yet you don't care. So yes, you could invest your free time, which is not a thing, into free things and get free results, like a free relapse. You can get free guilt, free shame, free pain, free disconnect, free belittling if you want. You could totally do that. Or you could actually do things and invest your time, your money, your energy, your resources into things you'll never have to invest in again. This is, once again, dude, it just comes down to the way you value yourself. If you're not worth investing in, then you should practice investing in yourself. That's how it works. The best of us that got the most incredible results had to pay for them. Otherwise, we wouldn't have shown up. Otherwise, we wouldn't have spent the time. If someone gave me a program for free, here's the thing. I'll prove this to you. Do you know how many memberships I give away every single year to the Beyond Sober program? Every year, at least 1,000. At least 1,000 people get into the program for free. You know how many of those people completed all 6 weeks of it? 0. I don't know a single person. I haven't given out a single certificate to a person that got the program for free. You know why? It's because they didn't invest in it. They didn't show up and go, you know what, dude? I'm worth the investment. They just didn't. There was no skin in the game. They didn't care. It was free. All they had to do was beg for it. All they had to do was ask for it. I'll do it right now. You can take it for free. I'll give everybody here a free membership. You're not going to do anything with it. You just won't. But you know who does actually graduate, get their certificate, work with me personally, join a community, transform their whole life, shift their perspectives, become a new person? Almost every single person, 97% of them to be exact, that show up and do the work. That's it. That's it. You have to hold yourself accountable. Eric, you're absolutely correct, dude. Just Jen, you're ready? Let's go, man. Oh, dude, thank you so much. So the reality with these things is you're going to get whatever it is you invest your time, your money, your energy in. If you continue investing your energy in the problem, you're just going to amplify it. If you think, this isn't alcohol, but if you think the solution is at the bottom of your gin, you're going to buy more gin. You just are. But if you know for an absolute scientific fact that the answer, the piece that you're looking for is in a glass of water, and you believe that, or even if you're pretending to believe that, you're going to unlock a state of being that actually makes things easier. Maybe it wasn't a problem. Maybe it was just the way I was looking at it. Yeah. Not only did you take a break from alcohol, but you actively started looking at things in a whole new way. That's the point of Beyond Sober, dude. That's exactly what this is, man. I help you shift your perspectives and change your life, dude. If you have the strength to survive the substance, then you have the power to conquer recovery. This is a fact. If you could survive poisoning yourself, what makes you think you won't survive healing yourself? That's insane. I've been dead before, dude. I could kill myself all the way to my heart stopping and throwing up blood, liver failing, all that stuff. But for me to assume that I won't survive the hospital stay and recovery for 18 months, that's insane. But when I was sick, I didn't feel like that. When I was sick, I didn't think of it like that. I just thought of it like, oh, well, it's over. It's just how it is. You know, my life is over. I can't even tell you how many times, dude. I can't even tell you how many times I tried to get out of responsibilities and destroy opportunities to improve my life because of what I did prior to recovery. Meaning that somebody would offer me something and I'd be like, yeah, dude, but I'm a felon. And I'm like, yeah, but he's like, dude, just shut up. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but my liver failed. And what are you talking about? So you're saying that because you had some like hospital circumstances, you can't build a community? You can't market your skills? You can't build websites for millionaires? You can't do this because of everything that happened in your past? What, are you saying you're not allowed to grow, bro? And one of the things he said to me, I remember this, I was sitting in a parking lot. I love this story. I have the recording somewhere of him saying this to me. He says, dude, your beliefs are yours, okay? Whatever you choose to believe, they're yours. And I encourage you to defend any belief that you believe is moving you forward. But the beliefs that you have right now as a victim are not helping you move forward. Hey, thank you so much. They are not helping you get better. They may be fueling some of your decisions going, I don't want to go back, but they're not helping you go, I'm ready to move forward. That's the shift that I personally needed to hear. And I was pissed. And he says, you're probably upset because those beliefs are yours. You created them. They've kept you safe. They've helped you feel like you're in the right place. You've hung on to them a majority of your life. And those beliefs are correct based on your circumstances. But you're not the same person. And more importantly, you don't want to be the same person, because the person that needs to evolve, the person that needs to exist to become a millionaire, to become a successful businessman, to become a family man, does not have the beliefs that you have. If you want to transform, dude, you want to take your life to a whole new world, you have to believe that you're worth $1 million. You have to believe that you're worth other people's time. You have to practice believing that what you're investing in is a reflection of your own self-worth, man. What's up, Rev Man? If you do not practice saying these things to yourself, you're always going to be someone that talks themselves out of opportunities that are in their best interest, just like getting sober. I didn't have the privilege of a program like Beyond Sober. I didn't know anybody that even spoke or could understand in the ways that I personally develop it. That's why I created Beyond Sober, because it's what I needed when I was struggling, when I was at my lowest. But I want you to really, truly understand this. Our beliefs are what we use to maintain the facade of what we believe life is and or should be. Just because you're in pain doesn't mean you deserve it. Just because you're good at managing your stresses doesn't mean you need to allow it in your life. Just because you've had a rough past does not mean that's definitive of a rough future. You are not your past, man. You are not what you survived. But if you were, look how good you're doing. A lesser human, someone not as strong as you, wouldn't have made it this far, but here you are. So let's use that to get even greater. You've done the work. You've survived all the pain, the turmoils, and the 18 packs. You've done the work. You're allowed to be happy now. The only thing that's in our way is our perspectives, our beliefs, man. This is the other part when it comes down to beliefs and getting sober and getting healthy and getting recovered. We think that healthy is expensive. You think that health is expensive? Imagine how much money and how much time and resources we're spending on hurting ourselves. The pain, the poison, the people. All of our time, all of our money, all of our resources is going into pain management. Or we could just shift that and go like, how about I just fix it so I don't have to spend my time, my money, my energy, my resources on crap. It doesn't need any of that. But when we're sick or not doing very well, or we've developed a system that works well enough for us, we will defend that, which also means that it's okay. My problems with alcohol aren't that bad. My friend's dad, he just died from stage 4 cirrhosis like Kohdi did. I'm not that bad. I could stop if I want to. I don't really have a problem. I'm still paying all my bills. It's okay. It's just a little bit of stress. It's just the schoolwork. It's just the parenting. It's just the job. It's just society. It's just my home environment. It's just whatever. Alcohol is there for me. What I'm doing is working. What I'm doing is preventing things from getting worse, okay? So I don't want to change anything, because if I change something, then I don't know what I'll do, because everything that I've been doing over the years has got me this far. So I'll just keep doing this. That's called the familiar pain. We are more comfortable sick. Being sick actually gives us purpose. I know that sounds super twisted, but when you're sick, you've got something to do. When you've got drama, you've got something to give your attention to. When you have issues, you've got something to fix. So who are you when you don't have those issues? Who are you when the drama doesn't exist anymore? Who are you when you're completely conscious, completely sober? Are you still the same person that's willing to deal with the drama when you're not drinking? Are you the same person willing to deal with the chaos? Or do you realize when you're not drinking that you don't deserve that, but it's there anyway? So the most obvious solution is just to drink so you don't give a shit. That's alcohol. That is staying in the familiar pain, opposed to stepping further into the unfamiliar peace, man. Toxic hobby. Unfamiliar peace, a peace or a state of gratitude and happiness that we've never stepped into before, is way scarier than just staying in the familiar hell. I know how to manage that burn. It's just fire. I have ointment, it's okay. But what do I do with all my happiness? What happens if I get so happy that I get bored? What am I gonna do? I don't know who I am without alcohol. Alcohol is a part of my personality. I don't even have to think. I just have to drink. That's it. I just have to drink, right? And if I could just drink, then I don't have to spend any time or energy into evolution, into growing, into expanding. But it's 2024, dude. You got the shakes right now? Dude, I feel you, bro. I need you to drink your water. Here's what's up, Javi. The reason your body is shaking right now is because your nervous system is on overdrive, okay? I really kind of want you to think about this. If you've been drinking enough alcohol, there's two different reasons why we shake. There's a lot, but the two main ones is this. If you do not have enough alcohol in your body, right, your nervous system is considered wrecked. And so remember, listen to what I'm saying. Alcohol it calms your nerves, okay? Your nervous system. If you've lost the natural ability to calm yourself, then when you don't have alcohol in your body, then your nervous system starts activating again, and it's waiting for the substance to relax, okay? Right? So you have the shakes. Now, if you had a long night out, that's different. That's your nervous system on overdrive. You drank too much last night. Remember, withdrawals are because you have a dependency. Your body has started to assume over time, through practicing years of alcoholic behavior, that alcohol is just important as water, as food, okay? So when you don't have enough alcohol in your body, just like the engine of the car starts to stutter and shake, it's going, where's the gas, okay? That's withdrawal tremors, withdrawal shakes. So depending on how you drink, how long you've been drinking, you're gonna get a different type of shake, okay? But once again, if you just partied all night last night and you're shaking a little bit, that's your nervous system firing too fast. It's trying to regulate itself. Eventually it'll go away. But most of us, we start calling ourselves an alcoholic long before we are, and then we practice that alcoholic behavior and then become an alcoholic. An alcoholic has a physical and emotional dependency on the poison. They can't, look, it's not like they drink alcohol all the time. An alcoholic, it doesn't want to drink alcohol. Listen to what I'm saying. If you've never heard this before, my name's Kohdi. I'm an ex-alcoholic liver failure survivor. I drank for like 24 years, 16 at high risk, 2.5 as an addict, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Alcoholics don't want to drink. They fucking have to. They have to. Excuse my language. They have to. Otherwise, their body doesn't function properly. I'm not talking about a high functioning alcoholic. I'm talking about people that have severe alcoholic tendencies that are high on the AUD scale, those that have developed an actual neurochemical dependency on poison. They do not want to drink. I've never met and I've never been an alcoholic that's excited to take his first shot, that is really truly looking forward to having a drink, dude. You gotta remember, dude, the only time that an alcoholic gets excited about drinking is if they know that the ailments are going to subside soon. You see what I'm saying? I'm in pain, so the thought of a drink is really exciting. You better bet I want to drink. But do I want to drink it? No. I don't want to be the type of person that has to have it, or else my world doesn't operate properly. I don't operate properly within my world. I don't like that. But I am excited about that next drink because I'm not going to be in as much pain. I'm going to be a little bit more chill. I'm going to be a little bit more cognitive. I'm going to be the person that you remember, okay? But I have to have that drink right now. Otherwise, I can't even go. Don't invite me to the grocery store. Don't ask me what cheese I want. Don't ask me about the crackers, dude. I don't care what salami you're thinking about for this party. The only thing I want is, what alcohol are you picking up? Because I don't feel good and I don't want to feel this way. I'm only drinking because I have to, bro. Trust me, I want to give you my full attention, but you're not going to get it unless I calm these thoughts. You matter to me, but not as much as the alcohol. That's a dependency. Not a single alcoholic has ever been excited about the fact that they have to drink or they want to drink. People who are practicing alcoholic behavior are very excited to drink. Woo-hoo! We're going to party, dude. We're going to go out of town. We're going to do this. We're going to take shots. We're going to lose. We're going to shotgun. We're going to drink beer, dude. Let's see how much poison we could drink without dying. Yeah, boy. Let's go. I went all week and now here's the weekend. You're not an alcoholic, bro. You're pretending to be one. You're pretending to drink exactly the same way an alcoholic would because they have a problem. Do you get it? You get it? It makes sense. So let's not call ourselves an alcoholic and identify as something that we're not if we don't understand these very, very specific neurological, scientific elements that are beyond important to even diagnose you properly, man. Like, how do I help someone who's just pretending to be an alcoholic? I just have to convince them that they're not going to get anything out of it. Here's the crazy part. Whether you're pretending to be an alcoholic or you actually are one, you're causing the same amount of damage. The only difference between an alcoholic and someone pretending to be one is the addiction. How do you become an alcoholic? By practicing enough alcoholic behavior. How many drinks does it take to activate an actual dependency? Just one. You never know what drink it is that activates that dependency, Damien. You could be drinking for 10 years, casually, but you drank just enough, man. You were drinking heavy liquors, whatever it was. And then that one night, that one drink, over years of abuse, it just pushed your system over the edge and you started shaking a little bit more in the morning. And then that thought popped in that, you know what, I'll just have just one. And then you have just that one drink in the morning because you were starting to shake. And then the next morning, you're also starting to shake. Did you just start drinking 12 hours earlier than you normally would? That, you didn't realize that because in your brain, that was logical. It's just one. But a healthy person is never going to wake up, even if they had shakes from all the caffeine and go, you know what, I should fix this with the margarita. They just don't. That's not, their brain isn't wired that way because it's firing accurately. That is the thought of someone who's practiced enough unhealthy behavior. That's just what that is. So this is where recovery and reprieve is so important. It takes roughly 6 weeks for your brain and your body to basically get back to normal. But I also want you to think about this. Normal isn't good enough. And why isn't it good enough? Because your normal wasn't good enough before you picked up that last drink. Your normal was the reason you started practicing that alcoholic behavior. We need to get better than normal. We need to get better than zero. This is recovery. You're going to reach this just by not drinking. But we need to reach so far through sobriety that we are literally in advanced recovery. And there is no way that you could ever imagine yourself going below zero again. That's what I help people do. That's what Beyond Sober is all about. That's the whole point. And it starts with changing your perspectives. It starts with shifting the way you see your success, the way you see your pains, the way you embody yourself, the way you see your future, your surroundings. It's about changing the way you perceive things, creating a filter in which you view your life in the world in a way that benefits you holistically. It actually alters your physical chemistry in your body in time with practice and repetition to where you feel so good you couldn't imagine poisoning yourself with a literal gasoline. That's my passion. That's what I love helping people do. That's what I do every single day. The programs, the clothing brand, dude, the content, dude, the books, the podcasts, man, everywhere. And what's cool is all of this information is free for you as well. Pretend to care about yourself and you'll get healthy. The more you practice giving a shit, the further into your health and happiness you're going to go. And ultimately, the more sober you're going to be. You can't be more sober than sober. And it only takes 4 days for alcohol to process 100% out of your body. And at that point, you're just as sober as anybody else. I haven't consumed alcohol in over 7 years. I've been dead before. I drank myself to death. I'm not more sober than you at 7 days. Sober is sober, but it is what you do with that state of sobriety that determines how far into recovery you're going to go. So my question to you before I have to go is sober good enough, man? Is normal good enough? Is all you want? Is sobriety? Easy peasy. Put the drink down. Don't pick it up. 4 days. If who you feel you're becoming or the illusion of what you think is on the other side of not being intoxicated is scarier than being under the influence, then I'm here to support you, dude. I know the feeling. I spent my whole life up until 7 years ago under that same narrative. And it wasn't until I changed my perspectives that I understood that I could think any way I want. I could see people and myself in any way that I want. That I'm allowed to create a brain and a body in an environment that is a reflection of what I want. I survived all the pain. What makes me think I'm not going to survive the recovery? So if you're struggling to shift those perspectives, Lottie, you're struggling to change the narrative. You feel like you're being punished by your own mind, and that the way that you're thinking or the way that you're perceiving yourself in the world is actually making things worse, or at minimum, not making things better, then I am your guy. All I do is see things in a whole new light. And sometimes all we need is just a new angle. So if you're interested in that, take a look at the website, beyondsober.org, man. Hit the link on my page, whether you're on TikTok or Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Hit that page, man. Take a look at it. Get the recovery guide. There's no charge for the guide. I also just released a nutrition guide as well. Everything that you've got to eat and think and feel and how to move your body once you stop drinking alcohol. It's all there. It's all for you. It's all for free. I want you to have it. But if you want to pair that with a community, you want to pair that with actual knowledge, you want to work or have the insights of someone that's been there, done that, worked with hundreds of people and supported thousands, you want Beyond Sober. If you don't think AA is for you, you want Beyond Sober. If you want to actually grow and recover and evolve, that's what this is all about, man. Change your perspectives, man, and you could change your life. And that's the whole point. The only thing I want for you is to be a little bit healthier and a little bit happier. And I promise you, the cure to all toxic behavior is happiness, man. And that's the goal. So I'm with you. Unfortunately, I gotta roll. I have 2 appointments that I'm meeting with a couple amazing cats. I'm gonna hit the gym here in just a little bit. Until then, man, drink your water. Take care of yourself. Say nice things. Take care of each other, man. I'm gonna take care of me for you, all right? With that said, I love you. Thank you for supporting my content. Thank you for supporting me as a person. Thank you for being exactly who you are, man. Don't be afraid to reach out. Whether the DMs here on TikTok, on Facebook, on IG, definitely hit the website. There's a message box right there. I'm constantly responding to messages. So you don't have to be a stranger, man. Any message you get from me is from me, okay? That's all I do, is make sure that you get the answers that you're looking for and you have the support that you could really benefit from. So on that note, very long-ended outro. You're amazing. Take care of you. And I'll see you on the inside, man. I'll see you soon. I'll be live probably tomorrow. Know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, dude. Bye.